What's poppin', Cougs? Welcome back to Coug on the Clock. I am your host, Matti Tenney, joined by
your producer, JD Smith.
Dylan Gravelle.
We got some topics today. We're going to be covering college football, the WSU football games, some women's sports, NBA is about to start, some MLB, and then obviously we're going to end it off with some birthdays. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with some WSU women's sports. JD, you want to take over for that one?
Yeah, we'll start with the soccer team. They had their pink game, I think, on Thursday. They beat UC Boulder 1-0, and it was a goal by Marja DeTrizio in the 22nd minute. She also moved up to 7th all-time in career total points at 63 points. Also, Reese Tappan had the assist, and that was also her 50th career start. They look good. I mean, Boulder isn't the best soccer team. I mean, it was a good one. It was a breast cancer awareness. They had the pink jerseys. It was actually a really fun game to watch and to be out and see. Their next game they had was the Utah Senior Day. We ended up, unfortunately, tying 1-1. We had a goal in the 81st minute by Reagan Katsua. And also, it was an assist by Brianna McReynolds. We improved to 9-5 and 2 ties overall. Also, 4 Cougs have scored 3 goals this season. Rajana Reed, Naomi Clark, and Bridget Rieken. Also, McReynolds got her first assist of the season, which is pretty good. I know we want to win against Utah, but a tie isn't bad. And our Cougs, statistically, have been doing really good, and that's a pretty good thing. Also, Bridget Rieken, she has made her 82nd career start and her 85th career match played, which is the 6th most, and then tied for the 6th most respectively each. So that's how our Lady soccer Cougs are doing.
Yeah, and then going over to women's volleyball, Cougs getting just their 2nd loss of the season to third loss, only 2nd loss in Pac-12 play to USC. They lost in 5 sets. And then next game, they were able to bounce back against UCLA, taking it 3-1. They play Oregon on Friday. It's a top 10 matchup. You know, Hannah Puka's coming back to the Palouse. It'll be fun to watch. Cougs obviously still in that top 10.
Also.
Oh, yeah, you got some stats for that.
We had 700 blocks for Magda. That puts her 8th all time. And then Julia Norville, 9th all-time at WSU with 118 aces. Then finally, Pia Timmer, she had 19 kills that game, and she's 3rd all-time for aces.
Yeah, Magda Yalosheva is having a really good season.
Yeah, great season. Her and Pia Timmer, the kills and the blocks.
I mean, I got a chance to sit down with someone from the University of Oregon student radio station earlier today to talk to them about this matchup because met them over the last weekend in Eugene. And he was saying, we were talking about the seniority of this team. A lot of seniors, a lot of grad transfers, as well as Imana Sanovic transferring from ASU this year has been absolutely incredible. She's in the top 5 in like 3 or 4 of these top offensive categories. So the Lady Cougs taking care of business, looking to get a win against Oregon, which will just further solidify their dominance in the Pac-12.
And last time we did beat them in 4 sets,
right.
So it looks pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
For sure.
We can move on.
So we're going to move on to the next one. Do we want to Coug football?
Yeah. Take it away.
So Cougars, unfortunately, not able to come out with the victory. They lose to Oregon in Eugene, 38-24. I was lucky enough to go down there. I was covering it for KUGR. A homecoming game for me. I'm from Eugene, so it was really cool to be down there. First half, Coug scored first. They were looking pretty dominant. Oregon missed a field goal to start things off, basically. Ended up going into halftime down 17-13, and then after that, Bucky Irving, Tez Johnson, Troy Franklin, they just ran away with that game. The Coug secondary couldn't stop the pass game, and then at the end there, even the pass rush, they just couldn't stop Bucky. Only, I think, 2 quarterback pressures on Bo Nix that game, which is just unheard of from those edges.
Especially with a player like of his caliber that's played so much, like if you're not able to get pressure on him, he's just going to stand there, pick you apart the entire game, and we watched that the whole time.
He did that.
So
Obviously, there was a viral moment in that game where Devin Richardson looked like, I think it was described, his controller turned off.
That's what it looked
I've
like.
been able to talk to some people inside. They were saying he thought the tight end had the ball. But it was just weird because on the film, it looked like he was looking right at Bucky.
Yeah.
I believe he thought the tight end had the ball. Nonetheless, he got kind of
Turned into a
obliterated on the
meme.
block.
Turned into a meme.
Also,
Yeah.
shout out Cam Ward, 438 yards.
Cam Ward had a great game. Lincoln
And
Victor, 16
record.
catches.
School record.
School record for most
161
catches.
yards.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's so cool to see Lincoln Victor back, and obviously he missed those 2.5 games.
Yeah.
So he'll be healthy for the rest of this season. So
Hopefully.
he'll end his Coug career healthy, hopefully.
I think too, coming up with ASU, like, sure they're sitting at 1-6, but they have to come in ready to play. ASU just gave UW all that they could handle with a 15-7,
A low
89-yard
scoring game,
touchdown to win for the Huskies. But like, if the Cougs don't come to play, they're gonna get embarrassed again, just like they did to Arizona.
Another
So,
thing to mention alongside with this Cougs offense, obviously the rushing game has not been the strong suit for the Cougs. And alongside that, just a day ago, we learned the news that Jalen Jenkins has been dismissed from the team. So it looks like Dylan Payne will be stepping up to fill that RB2 slot behind Nakia Watson. So that'll be very interesting to see how this offense adjusts to losing one of their top running backs.
That's just another player that we lost too. We lost DJ Schofield.
DT Sheffield, yeah.
DT Sheffield in the
couple
very beginning of
weeks
the season.
ago,
He didn't.
yeah.
He didn't play. He played spring game, I think. But
I would say Jalen
that
Jenkins
was it.
is a pretty.
But Jalen Jenkins is a bigger
he's a-
piece because we've been deeper in the season running.
Yeah, he did have some trouble hanging onto the ball
Yeah.
here this year.
Yeah,
I don't
does suck
think
to
there's
lose
been
him.
an official statement as to what exactly went on, but it's unfortunate to see him step away from the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to move on to NFL?
NFL.
All right. Moving on to the NFL. JD, do you want to take this one?
Ravens beat the Lions. Thank you.
Hey,
huge game.
38-6, huge game. Puts the Ravens back up after the loss to the Steelers, which was awful. I can take a loss to the Colts. Colts aren't a terrible team, but this was a good bounce back victory for us, and puts us back high up in the power rankings. You know, it was a great game.
I think too, like with that game though, it gives you more questions about what the Lions are rather than answering questions about the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, 36-7 was it? Like
36
it was
38-6.
28-0 after the first 4 possessions of the game. They were just getting stepped on the entire game. They couldn't do anything to stop it, and it makes you wonder, like, if they're really contenders like they've looked like the whole season.
I mean, obviously, I guess I can step in here. Niners lost last night. Let's get it out of the way. Second straight loss this season. Still 5-2. Still first in the NFC West. Not complaining. Purdy did not play as he should have. Also, obviously, missing Debo, missing Trent Williams. You know, CMC, despite saying he's good to go, he's still a little banged up. It'll be nice to see this Niners team when they're fully healthy. Nonetheless, these last 2 weeks have been games that we should have won.
Yeah.
These are games that were easily winnable games that we had in the pocket.
I mean,
Just
realistically,
keep finishing.
like, you guys probably should be 7-0.
I
Like,
agree.
I mean, those are games, like, as much as we love Purdy and that he took up until last week for him to lose a game, he has not looked good.
No.
Through 2 late interceptions, really gave the game to the Vikings. When trailing this year in the fourth quarter, he's only 12 of 31 for 160 yards, 3 picks, 17 QBR. Like, if they're going to win games, he needs to play like the Brock Purdy has the first 12 games of his career.
100%. But as you said, it just shakes up things and kind of puts into perspective who's good, who's not, and who we don't even know about.
Still a little early.
Speaking
to
about
see
not
everything.
knowing, the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I think they might be frauds, man. I mean, they haven't beat a team above 500 in over a year.
Let JD say that. You can't talk. You guys lost by 50.
Hey,
JD,
I'm
what do you have
just
to say
saying,
about the Dolphins?
They're beating horrible teams.
I don't think the Dolphins are. They're not a bad team. They're not going to be Dolphins and the Lions. They're not going to be contenders like everybody thinks they are. They're going to be playoff teams, but they're not going to be great. They're like Colorado, 1 year turnaround, 2 year turnaround. They're not going to be in the playoffs after. They're not going to be winning championships after a few years.
I
of
mean, the thing
rebuilding.
with the Dolphins, though,
They're
is
still
like,
good. They're better than
they're-
the Broncos, right?
I mean, I think almost everyone's better than the Broncos. So I think almost everyone's better than the Broncos, so we don't even need to bring that up.
All right.
I think when we have the first pick next year, like, we're still going to be terrible.
I'm glad you know.
But, like, the Dolphins, they've played 2 legit teams in the Bills and the Eagles, and they've just given up too many points. And if they're going to – their offense obviously can score with anyone, but if they really want to compete, they're going to have to stop teams on defense. And maybe they do that when they get Jalen and Xavier Howard back. But if they're going to win, they have to stop teams.
Yeah, but
I mean, they also don't have Devon Archain. He's still hurt, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, their offense isn't the problem. They gave up in the 2 games they've lost. They've given up 79 points, and obviously it's against 2 really good teams.
That's only 9
in
points
the
more
Bills.
than you guys gave up.
It is, but in 2 games against the Eagles and the Bills, like 79 points, they're not going to compete at that.
Sorry.
Even in the AFC East, because they have the Bills there. So.
Early Super Bowl predictions?
Honestly, taking the easy route, the Chiefs and the Eagles look like the 2 best teams in the league.
You actually just throwing away money. I wish we bet on that because
dude,
we're gonna hold this episode. We're gonna come back.
The Eagles are finding their form.
Give me Niners Dolphins.
That's a horrible pick. Horrible pick. We just talked about the fact the Dolphins aren't competing. It's a crazy pick.
That's what they said about the Bengals too.
Nobody said that about the Bengals. The Bengals had the best wide receiving trio in the league.
Not when they were in when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
at the beginning of the season.
The Cowboys, Browns. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not a serious one.
Although I will say, Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year.
Of course. But I think they can take us to the next one.
Oh yeah. So we'll go on to which one do you want to talk about? NBA next? Yeah. All right. NBA season starts tonight.
Opening night.
Yeah.
Lakers Nuggets playing right now.
Which is really exciting. Obviously, got some contract news. Giannis signing his 3-year extension.
Yeah.
That was honestly surprising to me.
$168 million, which is a bag.
And then Okongwu just signed 4 years, $62 million.
He got
his agent just scammed him for money. But the Hawks made a great deal because they just saved a lot of money. But he's only getting $15.5 million a year. Like, I don't know. But
it's
hey,
still crazy. Only 15.
Dude, that's like, yeah, it's.
I'll take $500,000 right now.
Yeah, just take out. Nah, I ain't gonna say anything. Anyways, right now Nuggets are beating my king LeBron James by a lot. I'm not even gonna say the score, but they can always come back.
29-42.
We never give up in King James. And what about your Bradley Beal and the Suns?
All right. Bradley Beal already not playing. Not a good look for the team. But I think, honestly, not even a homeboy pick. I think if the Suns can stay healthy, I think they're legit contenders. Trading DeAndre Ayton gave them depth, which is their problem for the last 3 years. They have 3 of the best, 15, 20 scorers in the league.
Yeah, I mean,
Bradley Beal is going to be guarded by the 3rd best perimeter defender. He's going to average at least 20. D-Book's averaging at least 20. KD's averaging at least 20.
How many points offense score per game? Like 160? Because the way you counting up numbers, that's what I'm.
Yes, bro. Dude, the average is like 110 in the league right now.
All right. Hey.
It's all right.
It's important to dream big. But I do hear you. I think they'll be Western Conference Finals. Do I see
Not
them,
with the Lakers, that's for sure.
I don't know. But do I see them going to the finals? I don't know. Who do you got to go against them going against Golden State? I don't know. I don't
know. I think Miami. The East is just, or not the East, the West is just so loaded. It could be one of, 5, 6 teams?
Celtics, I'm not.
It's either Celtics, Bucks, or Heat. And taking Heat can beat the Bucks.
I think so too. I mean,
also Celtics can beat the Bucks. I think so.
And the Heat can beat the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm not saying Celtics are winning.
No.
I love Jimmy Butler.
I don't think.
I'm coming back with a Jimmy Butler jersey. Mark my words. I get the black one too.
No, I mean, hey, I have my Tyler
red.
Hero. I have my trophy gold jersey.
I'm not getting a Tyler Hero jersey.
I'm rocking with Tyler Hero, even if he's not rocking with us.
I do want. Who do you think we're gonna win? Golden State or Phoenix?
Phoenix. Phoenix.
No Bradley Beal. I say Golden State for that one.
Pull out a second mortgage. Take your life savings. Put it on the Suns. D-Book's not gonna let them down in the opener. Mark my word.
We're gonna go. If we do that,
I'm
gonna go bankrupt. If I do that with you, I'm gonna go broke betting with you in Phoenix in the last couple of years. I'd love to, but I ain't got that much money.
I promise.
Hey, they got rid of Chris Paul. He can
get rid of CP0 rings. Get rid of CP0 rings. Get rid of DeAndre
now he's throwing dimes to Curry.
I don't care. DeAndre Ayton was the worst player in the league, honestly.
What?
DeAndre Ayton was terrible. Bro didn't want to rebound. He's the fourth option out here trying to shoot on every
He
possession.
can't grow his game and expand it.
He's like 7 years into the league, bro.
Jason Tatum's a rising star, and this is his 7th year in the league, too.
He is not a rising star,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what they say. All he got was a beard, too. That's all
Jason
they
Tatum's
say.
still like 19 in my head. Like,
That's
I
No,
remember-
he's like
That's
28.
crazy.
He's
No, I
not
know he
doing
is
anything
now,
for
but
me.
like-
That's crazy. Nah, DeAndre Ayton was garbage. Get rid of him.
Okay, so realistically, who's in the finals? Preseason,
Why are we giving him delusions? Let's do
Realistically?
the in-season tournament.
in season. Oh, I haven't,
Let's do the one in December.
I'm still not too
Dude, I
sure
don't even know
how
how
that's
that
working.
works.
Who do you
Yeah,
think's gonna?
I'm still
I know
really
a little bit. Who do you
confused.
think's gonna win the tournament? We'll say that. We'll go up to the mid-season because I won't go all the
Honestly
way
though,
finals.
like
Sleeper
honestly
pick?
though,
Give me
I
the
don't know.
Kings. Sleeper pick.
I don't mind that, but honestly, I don't know like
say Kings.
how important is that going to be?
No,
to
it
teams?
is important. Now the way they made it, it actually is like an important tournament to play because
So
like
like if
wins.
you win it, do you get something?
You
like,
should get like a buy in the. Or like
I think you
automatic
get like
spot.
a big boost to the playoffs. I think it's
but like it's still going to be
It's
based off a
definitely-
record. And like I know
It's
it,
off record, but
it
if you win-
contributes, but like after you, because the playoffs of the playoff or whatever don't contribute to like your regular
tournament?
season record, like the in-season tournament.
Okay.
The like
doesn't?
championship of the in-season tournament doesn't contribute to your record. So if it's
I
two
don't
like
understand how
legit
this is working.
contenders in the tournament or in the championship of the in-season tournament, how important is that
I'm still
in-season title to
I'm
them?
still so
Really-
confused on how this tournament's gonna work.
it's just really made for more entertainment.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's just
Yeah,
entertainment,
it's just. I mean, it's just.
are
it's
the
just
players
like,
going to care? Is what I'm saying.
Well,
So
the way they're
that's hard to
cracking
pick.
down on things, they're trying to make them care more. But who knows? I mean, we'll find out sometime soon.
All right. Well,
MLB.
move on to MLB. Bruce Bochy is in the World Series for the 5th time in his career. Obviously, he won 3 World Series with the Giants from 2010 to 2014. And we're waiting on the Phillies and the Diamondbacks, who are
Just
tonight.
started.
Play
They
tonight.
just started.
Yeah, they just started.
Game
actually.
7. So, what are we thinking? JD, your O's got swept.
My O's got swept, so I want Rangers to lose. I'm going to go into that first. I don't care what anybody says. I know everybody hates the Astros. I wish the Astros beat the Rangers. I'm going to say it. I know, hard opinion, hard pill for everybody to swallow.
Well, also in the Pacific Northwest, home of the Mariners. You can't be an Astros fan. You can't root for the Astros.
But that's the Maryland, Montgomery County, Maryland. That's where I was born. Go O's. That's all I got to say. But with that being said, I want the D-backs to win.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
100%.
want the D-backs. Phillies had a lot of success over the years, past couple years. I do want to see, not past couple years as a whole, but
No.
D-back have not been as far as this. So I want to see them.
100%.
I want to see them win.
100%. Also, as a Giants fan, I hate Bryce Harper. Can't stand the guy.
Okay.
Not a fan of the Nationals. Not a fan of the Phillies. Not a fan of the Diamondbacks, but they did sweep the Dodgers. So
I grew up in DC. I grew up near DC, so Nationals, Bryce
showing
Harper,
the
leave
national
that
hate.
alone. I can't lie. I kind of like him. I like him. But hey, it's all opinion.
I stand with Hunter Strickland.
And then who do you think could win?
Honestly,
World Series.
Rangers.
Yeah.
I could easily see the Rangers winning the World Series here. Bruce Bochy would get his 4th ring. I just love Bruce Bochy.
Honestly,
dominant,
I got the
too.
Phillies.
They have.
I got the Phillies.
Really?
Honestly,
Winning the
Just
World
to-
Series?
Yep.
Wow.
Just to spite you two. Just because y'all hating on the Suns.
Oh.
Phillies. Phillies.
Completely different sport.
I want
Phillies.
the Rangers. I don't want them to win, but
I think they will.
they've been pretty dominant this whole playoff series. I mean, whole postseason with every team almost.
They have the bats. They have the pitching.
Yeah.
Everything is clicking for them.
I'd hate to see it, but
But both series going into Game 7 is crazy.
yeah.
That makes for some fantastic playoff baseball. And I hope for a good series.
Except against-
I think if it's the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, I don't think it'll be too intense of a series. I think the Rangers would win that easily. But if it is Rangers-Phillies, I think that'll be a really good series.
I think that for
It'll
sure.
go deep, and it'll make for some really entertaining baseball.
Birthdays?
Yeah, so we're going to finish it off with birthdays.
Some
Dylan,
solid birthdays today.
we
We
do have
got
good birthdays this week.
Jalen Ramsey, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Brown, Sugar Sean O'Malley, and JD's favorite.
Cut to my cam. Drake, October's very own. Happy birthday.
Is that what OVO stands for?
Yeah. You
I
didn't
know
that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
know
it's
that
Drake's
either. It's
birthday.
alright.
Only thing, one of my best friend's birthday. Shout out Chaz. I got you.
Yeah. Did you say Charles? Chaz.
Anyways, Drake's birthday, most important. Go O's. Anything? Does anybody else have anything to add? About
Go
it?
Niners. We're still in it.
Bet on the Suns, I promise.
All right. Well, that'll wrap up Coug on the Clock for this week. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Wazzu Sports Network. On Twitter, you can find us at Wazzu Sports Net, as well as stay tuned for other Cable 8 shows here on the Cable 8 YouTube channel. We put out a bunch of great content through WSN and the greater Cable 8 productions. I know we just had the first episode of Figment, I think, come out, which is going to be really exciting. So for Matti Tenney, JD, Dylan, go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.